This is ABTV, Animal Bites Television.
You know, a lot of my own friends don't even like sharks, but that doesn't stop them from understanding that it's wrong to wipe them all out. Tonight we meet Michelle. Her clients demand to be taken to restaurants where they serve shark fin soup, and she says no. Unfortunately, I botched the audio from that interview. Good news for you is it gave me an excuse to throw in all these shots of Michelle in a shark swimsuit. Don't worry, ladies, we've got a little something for you as well. Check that out. A naked guy. Is that his hand? Or is that a great white clasper?
With sharks, there are sharks that have two.
What she meant to say is claspers. And yes, they have two. But why?
Well, what else would you do with the other?
I don't know, in case one malfunctions, you have a spare. Too much whiskey in that shark. People don't understand that a phobia it's an irrational fear. Nobody's afraid of sharks in a pool, normally. It was so deep-rooted. I am a certified instructor to teach surfing indoors.
Michelle, you can't escape sharks. They even fly down out of tornadoes.
Sharknado. I know, that's why I don't go to LA, because I don't want to die. And Ian Ziering won't be there to protect me.
Speaking of, let's test your shark knowledge against Tara Reed's.
Okay.
Can you tell me what a whale shark is?
A whale shark is that shark that has a very, very large mouth, but isn't it a whale? It's not actually a shark? I don't know. I want to say it's a whale. Then it's a shark.
It's a fish. It's the biggest fish.
It's a fish. There you go. Does it eat krill?
It does.
Yeah, it's got that really large mouth and it opens up. I mean, I can visualize it. I did not know it was a fish.
So what's with this phobia?
Do you want the honest answer? It's really ridiculous. Truly. It was 2, and I snuck out of my room, and I went into the living room. My parents were watching the James Bond, where they have the pool scene. Have you seen that? They covered the top, and I was hiding behind the couch. And I remember seeing that, and it scared my very young, impressionable mind. So much so that I had nightmares for years, and I still have shark nightmares to this day.
The mind is a funny thing for sure. In fact, there's an entire episode regarding the difficulty of trying to re-educate people who already feel a certain way about sharks. Speaking of James Bond, how about some sharks with freaking lasers? Peter, tell me what you're doing with the laser down there.
The laser is basically a scaling device so we can determine size, class for the different sharks that are down there.
How many sharks did you spot today?
There was 18 sharks in the cave, 1 in the overhang, and they vary, I'd say, between around about 2.5 metres down to about 1 metre.
Why is it important to get the measurements?
Just to know what sort of animals frequent the area, sort of site fidelity, which we can work off the spot patterns, and basically to see what sort of sharks come and go.
So we saw sharks down there with fishing gear in their mouths, and some of them looked worse than others. Why do you need to be concerned about them? Aren't they just going to take care of themselves?
No, they're likely to get more ill as they get on, and the hooks tend to fester inside. Often you'll only see one on the outside that's swallowed quite a few more. We saw one down there, quite a young shark, with a hook in its mouth, and it's starting to sort of fester and getting sores on its head. It's not looking very well. It's losing weight quite rapidly. So we'd like to try and get down there, get the authorities down there to take the shark out and possibly take it to an aquarium, rehabilitate it, give it some antibiotics.
As Karen explained to me later, some of these gray nurse sharks had many hooks in their stomachs. These sharks seem to be failing in health. We often think of sharks as impervious to damage, and while they do have incredible healing powers, that does not mean that they are indestructible. More upsetting than that is the fact that these gray nurse sharks are critically endangered. And this spot where we were finding all of these sharks was in a protected area. We'll talk a lot more about the word protected in upcoming episodes. Today you were tricked into getting a little bit of education by using an attractive woman and semi-inappropriate content. If you like this sort of episode, let us know. We'll make more.
This is ABTV.